Hi everyone! So in today's video we are going to be making one of India's most delicious street foods, famous Bombay Pav Bhaji. Let's begin. So for our ingredients we will need 400 grams of finely chopped onions, 500 grams of finely chopped tomatoes, half a cup of fresh green peas, about 545 grams of cauliflower, 1 whole capsicum, which you can see I've chopped here, 3 to 4 small boiled potatoes, which you can see I've peeled, 4 to 5 big green chilies. If you're using small green chilies, obviously you'll need more, and 145 grams of carrots. For me, this was 1 large carrot. We'll also need some coriander, as well as 1.5 tablespoons of ginger paste and 1.5 tablespoons of garlic paste. Lastly, we'll need about 2 to 3 tablespoons of lemon or lime juice. I personally prefer lime juice. Let's begin. So to start, we're going to boil the following. We're going to boil our cauliflower, carrots, and green peas. And you don't have to worry about over boiling them or anything because we're just basically trying to get this nice and soft so that we can blend this into a thick paste. So I'm going to be using a hand blender, but you can use any method that you prefer. If you want to use like an actual blender or something else, just mash it yourself. It's totally up to you. But I'm going to use this hand blender to blend our veggies into that thick paste and just leave that aside for now. Next, we're going to heat up about 1 cup of oil on high heat. And then we're going to add in just a pinch of mustard seeds or rye. And once we've done that, we're going to go ahead and add in all of our onions that we chopped up earlier. And we're going to sweat these onions until they're nice and golden brown. So once our onions are golden brown, we can go ahead and add in our ginger and garlic paste. And once we've done that, we're just going to mix it in and continue to cook this and fry it for another 2 to 3 minutes or so. Then at this point, once our onions and ginger garlic paste are getting really cooked, we can add in our tomatoes, and we're going to continue to cook this and fry it for another 4 to 5 minutes or so. So as we're cooking our tomatoes, we're going to add in 4 to 5 tablespoons of Pav Bhaji Masala. As you're mixing that in and cooking it, if anything's starting to stick to the pan or getting dry, feel free to add a little bit of water as you're cooking, just to prevent any masala from sticking to the pan. At this point, our tomatoes are getting pretty well cooked, so we're going to go ahead and add in our green chilies as well. You can see I've continued to add in a little bit of water, and at this point we're also going to add in our capsicum and continue to cook this. So I'm going to be adding more water here for 2 reasons. One, because we don't want this to dry up and stick to the pan, but also to help in the cooking process of the vegetables because we want them to get nice and soft so that they're easy to mash later on. At this point, we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, salt as per your own taste, 1 teaspoon of Anar powder, 1.5 teaspoons of Garam Masala, 3 to 4 cloves, and lastly, we are also going to add in 2 teaspoons of coriander powder. At this point, my veggies are pretty well cooked and are getting soft, so I'm going to add some more water and then cook this with the lid on medium heat, letting it simmer for a little while just to really ensure that the vegetables will easily be mashed. And then once they're nice and soft, I'm going to go ahead and add in that veggie paste we made earlier with the cauliflower, carrots, and green peas. So I'm going to add this in and make sure that I mix it evenly into our mixture. So at this point, we can finally add in our boiled potatoes and mix them in, and then go ahead and start hand mashing the entire mixture. This definitely takes a little while and is a lot of work, but the more we mash it and the creamier it is, the more delicious this will be. So make sure that you put a lot of effort into mashing this and making it as creamy as possible. So once you're done mashing, we're going to add a little more water and then cook this with the lid on and let it simmer on medium heat for a little while until we feel like it's completely cooked and our spices are really absorbed into our dish. Alright, so at this point we are just about done. We're just going to finish this off by adding in our lemon or lime juice and then also garnishing with some coriander and mixing that in. So at this point our pav bhaji is ready and it looks really delicious, but there's a couple more things we need to really complete this dish. Of course, we need our bread, so I'm going to be frying some Portuguese rolls with some butter and serving my dish with that, but if you have Bombay Pav or any kind of bread that you like, you can serve it with that. And of course, pav bhaji is not complete until you add that butter. We're going to garnish with some coriander and some chopped onions as well. This is what's really going to complete the dish. So if you enjoyed this video, please share it with all of your friends and give it a big like. Comment down below with any questions, comments, or requests that you may have, and make sure to subscribe for future recipes. And remember to hit that bell icon so you get notified every time we post. Thanks for watching!